Chain gang, it's the bad guy Chico. Shot to Puerto Rico, and everywhere we go, Boricua's on the set like a big thigh, you know. Shark City Rumble, old Dusty Humble, swinging through your town like a George of the jungle. Move like a bundle, shine like the sun though, pop like a gun though, hit him with the 1-2, yeah, like mommy said, right across your head. I paid the cost to be boss, and I ain't had the bread. Rick, what that nigga said, he talking ish, he think he just plow to the neck, to the chest. Hey yo, I think he dead. Rico Squad not here for the whack. Shouts to the kid that's back, and that's a fact. Paying undefeated, it's where that he cheated, and how his man kick ass, quadriplegic. This is crazy. Syph 730, ask the whole sector, we do niggas dirty. Emotional damage, too hard to manage. The half black Latin pancake, the savage. Ha! And that's word to more than I. Havoc, Randall, Randy, and I. Is the King, HJ, Mexico's Big Irvin, all that's reppin' that Rico. Cause everything Rico, my heart, body, and soul, we the people. Rico! And they won't understand, we don't make friends, we only make fam, nigga. Rico! That be the flavor, love thy neighbor, slap thy hater. Rico! Wild children of God, and ain't nothing better than my Rico Squad. Rico! Cause everything Rico, my heart, body, and soul, we the people. Rico! And they won't understand, we don't make friends, we only make fam, nigga. Rico! That be the flavor, love thy neighbor, slap thy hater. Rico! Wild children of God, and they ain't nothing better than my Rico Squad. Rico! Shout out to Slum's son for the few, nigga. Rico! Philly's finest, G Mojica, rather unique, nigga. Rico! Rico Squad, all my niggas up frente. Rico! Taca, Tito Puente. Rico! Rico Squad, all my niggas up frente. Rico! Taca, Tito Puente. Rico! 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 Rico!
What's good? Welcome to another episode of Smoked Out Society. I am the problem child of the motherfucking Rico Squad. I'm the devil's advocate of Talkie Is Just. Bro, today is a sad fucking day, man. I wasn't even going live, bro, because I was hoping that today we would have got different news on what the fuck is going on, bro. It has happened, folks. The tariffs have started to affect our everyday life. I'm in shock right now. I would have never thought that I would be on live to tell you people that Xbox gaming is no more, bro. Microsoft has decided to discontinue making fucking gaming consoles due to a lot of the bullshit that's going on with the economy. They're claiming that they lost $300 million taking a gamble on Call of Duty. I got some videos to play for y'all. I'm fucking pissed. I spent money on fucking Xboxes and shit like that are basically now going to be discontinued. It's official. Sony PlayStation has won the video gaming console wars. There's nothing else to be said. Shout out to all you people that play PlayStations. Y'all won, yo. Hands down. Sony has won the motherfucking video gaming war. It was a long, hard-fought battle. I just can't believe it. You know, it's now down to Nintendo and Sony PlayStation. Once again, if you just now joining, hit the like, subscribe. Xbox is done. They came out this morning and officially said it. The CEO said they're no longer making console. They're becoming a database company. Basically, they're going to make games and license their games out to other platforms. They're not doing consoles no more. They're just straight shitting on all their fucking Xbox people, yo. I never thought I would be saying this, but my nigga, I guess I got to get a fucking PlayStation now, bro. Wow, man. I can't believe it, man. I cannot believe it. I'm going to go ahead and play a couple of videos. These are people who I follow on the internet. They're true gamers. They keep up with the shit and everything. and it's done. You know, the CEO came out this morning. He announced, you know, Xbox is dead. They ain't doing shit for us no more. It's the fucking same, yo. People that spend money, yo. Check this shit out. Money. I spend hundreds, thousands of dollars, bro. I got everything fucking Xbox, bro. I got fucking the original Xbox to the fucking 360 to the Red Rings of Death to the fucking Xbox One to the Series X, and you telling me, you motherfuckers, because you lost a certain amount of money on fucking Call of Duty. I don't even want to call it Call of Duty. Call of Dookie. Because that fucking game wasn't all that, man. That's what kills me. You had to make so many fucking versions of Call of Duty to appease to that fucking demographic of gamers. And now you want to sit here and tell us that you dead in Xbox because you guys took a $300 million fucking loss on a fucking game that nobody was really feeling, bro. They should have saw the writing on the fucking wall when people stopped playing Call of Duty, man. Call of Duty wasn't the end all. You had many of other fucking titles y'all niggas could have went with, man. You had Gears of War. You fucking had Candy Crush. Candy Crush. You guys fucking bought out Candy Crush and never did nothing with it. War of the Witchcraft. You had multiple fucking Marvel entities. Disney was blessing you motherfuckers because of the hookup with Bill Gates and everything. There's no fucking excuse, man. And now your excuse is you want to double the fucking monthly subscription? I'm not paying $40 a fucking month to play fucking games. And then you want to charge a fucking $800 for a fucking system. Come on, man. But you know what? I'm happy that this happened. Maybe this will be enough for fucking people. Because let me tell you something. I know this is funny what I'm about to say, but there are a lot of fucking gamers in the world. There are a lot of adult gamers who have power in the mouth and fucking away and people that follow. Look at how quickly how many people cancel their subscription. 1.7 million people canceled their motherfucking subscription when we found out it was going up to $40. I was one of those people. I am not paying $40 a fucking month so that you can allow me to play other fucking games. And then you basically telling me whatever fucking games that I bought before, if I don't have the disc, but they're downloaded on my fucking system, I still gotta have the Game Pass to play them. Get the fuck out of here, bro. What bullshit is that, bro? You just fucking crippled yourself. You fucking handed the gaming industry the fucking PlayStation, bro. That shit is wild, man. Don't make no fucking sense, bro. You know the money people that a lot of people like myself invested in this shit, and you guys are just gonna go ahead and fucking shit on us? Get the fuck out of here with that, man. Y'all got to do fucking better, man. You got to do fucking better, Microsoft. That's bullshit, bro. Too many of us fucking paid money, man. Look at this shit right here. Dead as hell, humiliated the fucking player base. That's bullshit, Sony, Microsoft. That's fucked up, man. You fucking conceded. You guys did us fucking dirty. You made us spend all this fucking money to only come and tell us you're not doing nothing. That's real fucking fuckboy shit, man. That's real fucking boy shit, man. For real. I understand tariffs and everything, but this is bullshit, man. Straight ass, man. Straight fucking ass, bro. Let's check out.
Do you remember where we parked?
Nope.
Shout out to everybody. I see y'all in the fucking
Hey,
bushes,
we're
man.
moving
It's
in.
okay to say what's up, man. It's okay to hit the chat.
We'll just carry this big bag.
Yesterday was a crazy day of rumors that were debunked right away by Xbox themselves. It has to do with the console. Yes, the console is still not dead. They are still manufacturing the next generation of Xbox.
There you go with the bullshit again. Here go they.
So we are in a crazy news cycle right now with Xbox, all because of the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate price raise to $30. Has so many different things happening, so much negativity around the Xbox brand, and you can come up with all of the different arguments as to why this is the way it is. But obviously, coming out with the $10 price raise when they did is not a good look whatsoever for Xbox. People are very pissed off about that because they went so.
And bro, depending on where this guy lives, people, that price hike is not legit. It might be 10 in some areas and 20s in others. It depends on the fucking place where you live at. I don't know where this guy is from or where he's living at, but he's bullshitting already. He looked like he's from some funny ass fucking country or some other state.
so quickly from the $20 to $30. You see a lot of times with subscription services, they eventually get to the price that the company wants the subscription service to be at as they've increased the overall amount of content within it, as the cost of it go up, as the value does go up for it.
Hold on, where's this cat at? Where's this cat? The cat, the dude from fucking. Hold on a second. There's a dude over here. There was a dude that actually had the info that came from fucking Microsoft. Is this it right here? I think this is it. Yeah.
The people have spoken. This is the end for Xbox. What is up, y'all? I'm Ray, and this is my channel, Xbox Ready, where we get on and we talk about Xbox stuff. And damn, I don't think anyone could have foresaw how crazy the world of Xbox, the world of gaming would be this week. Y'all remember when that first Sonic trailer dropped and everyone was just absolutely appalled, disgusted by the way Sonic was designed, the way he looked, the way that he dressed, the way his teeth looked, the way his feet looked, and collectively society decided to put their differences aside, band together, and roast the trailer so badly that the studio was like, you know what? You're right, guys. Sonic looks crazy in this movie. We gotta redesign him. We gotta change him before the release. We gotta do that, but for Xbox right now. And we only got a couple of weeks to do it. We're on a time crunch here. I am, of course, referring to these most recent price increases to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. From $20 to $30, not even stopping at 25, just shooting right up to 30. And guys, y'all know me. I usually like to come on here and talk about things that I like, things that excite me. Oh, look at this cool thing that Xbox is doing. One of those things used to be Game Pass, even the $20 Ultimate tier. And I know I should just move on, right? I'm trying to move on, but look what's right behind me. If you're an Xbox owner, chances are you updated your console, and then when you went to restart it or turn it back on, you were hit with this screen that is right behind me. A painful reminder, a vague reminder. They're not even mentioning specific price increases, not talking about 20 to 30. No, they're just saying that there's going to be a price update in applicable regions. And oh yeah, what's new? We're going to give you all this stuff in exchange. They don't even mention the specific price. The price increase, the restructuring to all the other tiers of Game Pass, it's everywhere in the media, on our Xbox consoles. You absolutely cannot escape it. I honestly can't believe how widespread the outrage has been. I'm scrolling through Reels and I'm seeing creators and memes and skits from people that barely ever talk about games, let alone Xbox, making fun of what Xbox is doing, raising the price of their consoles, giving away their games, and then raising the price of the last good thing that they had left going for them, Game Pass. I've had this channel for 4 years. I've been making videos about Xbox 3 times a week for the past 4 years. During that time, there's been a lot of crazy stuff that's happened, a lot of controversy, layoffs, studio closures, giving their games away, no more exclusives, first-party droughts. None of that, at least thinking back on it, feels like the backlash for raising the price of Game Pass. Maybe when they closed down Tango Gameworks, that was another like low point, I would say. But from what I'm seeing, this seems by far and away the craziest thing that they've done. It's so bad that immediately after they announced this restructuring, the website, in order to cancel your membership, crashed multiple times because so many people were trying to cancel their subscription. I'm seeing mega threads on r/gaming, r/Xbox. You go through the comments, there's not a single positive one. It's a bunch of people just being like, damn, this is bullshit, man. I'm canceling immediately. This is crazy. I can't afford this. And it's true. It's crazy. If anything, this kind of shows how popular Game Pass was, how bought in people were. Previous to this, I was made to believe that, yeah, Game Pass was a good deal. It generates revenue. It's a great game discovery tool. Despite all that, we were still seeing a kind of plateau in terms of growth on consoles. Still kind of felt like a niche thing in the overall gaming landscape. All of this backlash, all of this outrage proves otherwise, proves that it was really popular and people were really into it, even at that higher price point for 20 bucks a month. I feel like there was this belief that, yeah, how many people are really subscribing to the highest tier? I've seen that so many times, like, oh, they're counting people who subscribe for a day, or they subscribe to Game Pass Core, blah, 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 blah. We'll never know how many subscribers there are. No, Ultimate turned out to be insanely popular, deeply loved, and that's why this feels like a betrayal for fans, especially longtime subscribers, man. I stuck with them when they were adding like Minecraft Legends, Redfall. I kept my subscription active through all of that because they somehow found a way to make it worth it. Oh, we'll add the Persona games. And now when they finally get chugging, they're promising us 75 new games a year. They raise the price on us. Whereas they used to have a really good pitch of like, yeah, we're this consumer-friendly brand where you can buy a cheap console like the Series S, subscribe to a reasonably priced service like Game Pass, access of games versus them. They're pressing so many people out of this hobby because now Series S's are $400, Series X's are $600, and a Game Pass Ultimate, which is really the only one that people want, is $30 a month, $360 a year. But don't worry, guys, don't worry. Xbox has heard our feedback. They've seen our rage, what we're willing to do for this. They've awoken the light, bro. They've awakened the beast, bro. They have responded, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this response made me even more mad. Like yesterday, I was sad, I was bummed. I was also really tired because, again, I'm dealing with the move for people who are familiar with my setup and all that. The director of gaming and platform communication spoke with The Verge and said, "We understand price increases fun for anybody, but we're trying to realize biting lightly, and we're listening to the feedback of players and the community to try and provide them with what they're asking for. The values? How could you forget about the value, man? How could you forget about Fortnite Crew? I don't know it, bro. Like I don't care if it's gonna be added to my subscription. I don't want to pay for that. I want it to stay the same. I can do with the UB classics. I can do now. Hell, I'll throw out pollution. This is something that they always say when they roll out a new update. Oh, we're listening to feedback. We're listening to feedback. We're listening to feedback. Who is giving this feedback? You're like, oh, you should totally add Fortnite Crew to Ultimate, jack up the price by $10. That's what we really want. When I open up the Game Pass tab on my Soul PC, you know, needs a little bit more Fortnite Crew, baby. All of to back that solution on their streams. Why can't we get a little some of that next time? They gave it to us. Gaming's not in beta anymore, but now Game Pass is all pretty much ruined because you can't even the excuse of like, oh, I'm getting here are cloud gaming. Cloud gaming is all the other like
exactly.
Damn.
The one thing that we had going for us, you fucking everybody else is doing it. So what makes I can't believe they doing this shit, yo. I am really in delusion that they're really doing this shit, bro. This is crazy, bro.
And if you look down, you really look through, because I did a video once where I went through the entire library of games for Standard and Ultimate, and I averaged them out by Metacritic, did a whole walkthrough of how the quality of the games actually improved over time. The video flopped. But at that time, in that middle tier of Game Pass, there was like 350 plus games if you took out the duplicates. And now they're putting it on the graphic like 200 games available in premium Game Pass. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, that's less games. And what it comes down to is I just don't know what this is about. I mean, they spent years hyping up Game Pass. Play day one with Game Pass. Game Pass is going to help you find your next gaming obsession. take you to all these different worlds. Well, now we know the price of that. And you know what's messed up? What makes me laugh is that not even their entire catalog is on Game Pass. So we just made this discovery a couple weeks back that there's so many Activision, Bethesda games missing from Game Pass. And so now they're throwing in Hogwarts Legacy, some old Assassin's Creed games, old Ubisoft games, and charging us more when they can't even support their current catalog. So many things that are messed up about this. And I really don't know what it means for the future. There's been this rhetoric of Xbox, they're trying to phase out the console. They're trying to phase out the console. They're not stocking it. Costco's not selling it anymore. They're raising the price on it. And then they come out, they're like, no, the console player base are really important to us. We want to support them. We want to enable players to play their games where they want to play. That includes console. But if you look at all these other things that they're doing, it doesn't seem that way. A lot of Ultimate subscribers amongst their console fan base, and a lot of them are scrambling to cancel. Could this be a play to push more people over to PC? PC Game Pass still gets new games, but it's it's not $30. It's $16. It used to be $12. I'm really not sure how they're going to recover from it. Like, this is not something that people are going to forget. A lot of the other stuff people have forgotten, they've forgiven, they've moved on, especially platform. It was around for too long. It got too much money into marketing it, and for it to be taken away just that, it's just crazy. Here's the only option that they have. I doubt that they're going to roll back the price even a little bit. They need to give us your own Game Pass plan. If you don't give a damn about cloud gaming, get it out of there. Get it out of my subscription. Let me build my own bundle. I want access to new games. I want access to, you know what? I don't even need EA Play. Get rid of that too. I want access to new games, online play. Give me a quote for that, Xbox. Because you can beat this drum like we raised the price, but we added in this stuff. But if you're an Ultimate you're just paying more for nothing. That's a position that a lot of people are finding themselves in now. They're hyper fixated on like, is this worth it for me? Is this gonna be worth $30 a month? That's the equivalent of other subscriptions. At $30 a month, people are hyper aware of that. 15, 20 bucks, that's a subscription you can let roll. You forget a dollar charge pop handles is really going to show are they about what they telling us entire generation, or was it a lie? Xbox sold us on the promise: games, however, wherever you want. Flexibility. If they're so flexible, they should give us an option to access the things we want without being nickel and dimed. Build your Game Pass plan. I've been seeing people say Game Pass Select. They can't let this be as with people are canceling their sub. Not enough people are around to support higher tier. Then what are they going to do? Is Game Pass even going to be a thing anymore? Maybe that's the point. They're just kind of trying to phase people out. And if they can make a couple of extra bucks on people who want to stick around, good for them. But getting new games to people who are console user base, that's not the priority anymore. It's about cloud gaming. It's about PC. I really don't even know anymore. And I don't they really know either. I was at an event with a couple other creators, and they were just as confused too and mad. You know what's really bad when like the diehard Xbox people are like, this shit is whack. When I saw Colt Eastwood in that comment section reveal trailer that they did for this saying that $30, that's way too much, I was like, damn, even Colt is coming out and speaking against Xbox. At this point, all we can really hope for is that the backlash continues to be so severe that to do something. The only way that's happening, I'll keep telling the shit. Thanks so much for joining me for another edition of Xbox Ready. If you made it this far into the video, consider subscribing. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
That's crazy, man. That's real crazy how they're just completely forgetting about Xbox and its player base. I've never seen a cutoff like that, bro. That's just the money that people have invested into that shit. It just, like I said, they found and consider the fact that PlayStation won the video game console wars. That's it. Xbox, there's not going to be a way for Xbox to come back from this. Hold on a second. Yeah, there ain't no comeback for it, man. This shit is wild, bro. In part, I understand what they're trying to do, trying to become a streaming service, but you can't do that. You really can't do that. You expose everything, bro. And it's crazy because they were just coming out too. They just came out with a fucking a portable Xbox, and the shit, they didn't even like, this shit don't make no sense, bro. This shit is crazy, yo. This shit is really fucking crazy how this shit is collapsing, bro. This shit is, let me see. This guy says that they finally respond to. Let's see what they talking about. Let's see what this guy is talking about, because this shit is crazy, bro.
Week or so for Xbox and the Xbox brand. So much, in fact, that I'm thinking about rebranding to Xbox 85. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you like that. So if you've been enjoying the coverage, be sure to hit that subscribe button and be sure to like and share the video. But obviously a lot of this stuff was kicked off by the fact that Xbox decided to raise the price Xbox Game Pass. They changed around the tiers. They got rid of some things in tiers. They added in additional fluff into tiers. And this is, of course, coming off of the fact that they've raised the price of Xbox consoles in the United States twice in 2025. Not exactly the easiest pill to swallow. Then yesterday, we had two Xbox-related videos on the channel. The first one talking about the Call of Duty situation and how, well, Call of Duty's inclusion into Game Pass didn't exactly light the world on fire. Xbox was thinking that the 30 or so million Game Pass subscribers would jump to 50 or 60 million plus very quickly.
And that's what kills me. They took a fucking gamble on a game where a lot of people, you got to think about it. Call of Duty, I'm not going to knock it. It can't be a fun game. But who wants to pay 60, 70 bucks for a game where you only see fucking hands? I want to see my character. I want to see the character design. I want to see different things. That fucking first person shit really didn't work. Doesn't go for everybody. Not everybody's a first person video gamer. And that's where they fucking failed. They thought everybody want to do first person. Nah, I don't want to pay $80 to see fucking hands and a gun. That shit is trash. No, I would like to see my character and everything. And I think that's where that shit fucked them up too.
After the inclusion of Call of Duty. And it doesn't seem like that indeed did happen. Of course, you could question why there's so many previous Call of Duty games that have not been added into Game Pass, but it seems like a large amount of money was lost on this sort of gamble, and it hasn't really exactly been working out in Microsoft's favor, thus causing to changes with Game Pass and all that. A pivot to cloud gaming. And if you take a step back and actually look at everything, I mean, it kind of does make sense when you're potentially introducing a free thing when it comes to gaming that allows you to watch ads in order to access it for a couple of hours on the weekend. You take a look at what they're doing with Game Pass Ultimate, and if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you get priority to cloud access games over the other versions of Xbox Game Pass. It definitely does seem like there is a strong emphasis on that. And then you have the whole fact that, you know, Xbox consoles aren't exactly lighting the world on fire. The system seems to have stagnated somewhat. We, of course, have talked about, you know, a couple of years ago, it only sold like 1.5 to 2 million in the calendar year. We've seen we've seen different companies liquidating stuff. Costco's no longer carrying it. Sam's Club is liquidating it. I've talked about the Amazon and Walmart books that didn't have any Xbox stuff in there for the holiday season. It's been a very weird week for Xbox. But now we do have some information that has come out that seems to counteract some of the things that we have been talking about primarily on the console side of things. So I want to talk about this with you guys and then just share my thoughts on it. So this information is coming to us from Windows Central. Now, we could get into the parasocial with Microsoft and Xbox. I mean, they are called Windows Central. There is a strong parasocial relationship. You know, people that work at Xbox follow people at Windows Central. They've met up for lunch and stuff like that. The horrible parasocial relationships that I have been talking about for years. You know, you got to keep that into account. But Windows Central did put out a report on their end that was then given a comment from Microsoft, because Microsoft contacted Windows Central to talk about some things as well. We have a response. So basically what Windows Central said was, so today, rumors began to swirl across the internet that Xbox is planning to exit hardware and move entirely to cloud gaming as the primary way to access content. I can confirm via very trusted sources that this isn't true, at least for now. From what I've been told, the hardware plans are not even up in the air and remain firmly Xbox's path forward. Xbox Series X and X production has not ceased, and new stock will go out to retailers at its usual cadence. Now, like I said, you know, that's fine, and I'm sure that they did talk to people within Xbox. But would you, do you really think that they're going to come out and say to you, oh, yeah, everything's changed. Everything's kind of going to hell in a handbasket here.
Yeah,
this, that, and the other. When
they're not going to fucking tell you what's going on because they're trying to get every fucking dollar they can get before they go ahead and they shit on everybody.
This parasocial relationship with the company. Now, I'm not saying that Xbox people at Xbox or people at Microsoft didn't reach out and didn't say, this, that, or the other to Windows Central, but you always want to paint a positive picture because you're not just talking about your company, you're also talking about your investors. You want people to have hope, generally speaking. You don't want them to give up on things. Look at how, any console that was on its way out or slowly dying, every company always says, oh no, things are great here. What are you talking about? And then they move on to the next thing, whatever that next thing is. So, like I said, though, Microsoft did reach out to Windows Central and make a statement based on this information. We are actively investing in our future first-party consoles and devices designed, engineered, and built by Xbox. For more details, the community can revisit our agreement announcement with AMD. So, Microsoft felt the need to come out and talk about these rumors to Windows Central, once again, parasocial relationship, to kind of put a little bit of, water on the fire with that. I think that there is some sort of hardware happening behind the scenes and that they are working on something. Here is my problem with all of this. Here is my problem with every bit of refuting information that comes with this. And this is just me speaking. I'm not saying that this is factual. People are entitled to believe whatever they want. If they think Xbox is going to die tomorrow, fine. You can think that. If you think Xbox is going to thrive, fine. You can think that. I don't want Xbox to go away. I like having multiple console manufacturers and multiple platforms out there because I believe competition is very important in the gaming sphere. Competition creates growth. Competition creates competitive nature between other companies to want to do better.
That is one of the reasons why Madden, NFL Madden football floundered. When they went ahead back in 1996, not 96, in 2006, and they fucking went and got the exclusive rights to make to be the only game, EA Sports, to make football games, the real shit. That's why that shit is floundered. Because they knew 2K Sports was coming out of nowhere and was making them look bad. That's why 2K Sports right now is exclusively with fucking basketball. And they own the baseball market. EA Sports knew what they were doing. They were giving us the same bullshit every fucking year with just new names and new numbers. Get the fuck out of here.
With them. Now you can sit there and argue and say, well, Xbox hasn't been competing for quite a while now.
Are you wearing 7 layers and still freezing your man
Fucking
nipples?
commercial.
You need the new 300.
And you can make that case, but just being in the marketplace, I do think helps. But like I said, here's my problem with this. How many times has Xbox, Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, all these people, how many times have they looked in your face, looked at you eye to eye, and lied to you and told you information that they knew was not factually true? Great games don't sell consoles. False. That is false. You know, only 4 games. These are the only 4 games that are coming to PlayStation. Is Indiana Jones coming to PlayStation? No. And then literally 6 months later, Indiana Jones gets announced for PlayStation 5. False. A lie. You looked directly into people's eyes and said something that was factually incorrect. Well, RGT. Maybe they changed their mind with Indiana Jones. Maybe it was a late decision. Bullshit. You have to make the PlayStation 5 build version of the game. So if you're announcing that you are working on it, you've obviously been working on it for a long time. Like, this isn't a split decision that you just automatically make and pull completely out of the air. That's my problem with this. Microsoft notoriously gives false information, leaves out things, leaves it open-ended. Like, listen to this comment again. We are actively investing in our future first-party consoles and devices design, engineered and built by Xbox. For more details, blah, 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 we have an announcement with AMD. Okay, but what's the timetable on these things? What's the sort of, you kind of got to read between the lines with this. And forgive me if I'm being skeptical about it. Like, forgive me. But the problem is, the consumer has every right to be skeptical about this because you've constantly lied to the consumer during this whole generation. You raised the price of Game Pass when you told Congress that Call of Duty wasn't going to have an impact on the price of Game Pass. It did. It did. Buying up all these companies did have an effect to where everyone kind of guessed, well, it's going to have to go up in price. But you said, no, it's not going to do that. What are you talking about? It's only gone up, to $30 now. You said that Indiana Jones wasn't coming to PlayStation 5. That was a lie. You've also done Forza games. It wasn't just those 4 games. I feel like, you could lie to the people enough to the point of where eventually everyone is going to pick up on it. Eventually, everyone is going to kind of read between the lines, and all because today you are actively investing in your first-party devices. That doesn't mean that those devices are going to come out. Hardware gets constantly made behind the scenes and never sees the light of day. Think of how many canceled video game consoles there have been that companies have actively invested in. The Sega Neptune, the Phantom console, the M2 3DO sequel console.
All those
companies were actively investing in those things, but they never saw the light of day. And why is that? Because things change within those companies over time, and it becomes a risk and reward situation to, do you really want to put out another console out there that's not going to do well and then bankrupt your company, or do you want to do something different and try to remain relevant and stuff like that? So I don't know. You could believe at this point in time, you could really believe whatever you want. You could think that Xbox is, going to go ahead and go forward and make new consoles and, this, that, and the other. And the future is bright for Xbox and everything is good. And, that's fine. Anyone could feel however they want to feel about this situation, because really at the end of the day, it comes down to what ends up happening. We could be looking back on this a year or 2 from now and be like, oh, that was a whole bunch of nothing. Or there could be something to this. There could be more than meets the eye with this. And maybe all of these reports that keep coming out, there is some truth to them, more so than a lot of people want to recognize. It's tough to say. And why is it tough to say? Parasocial relationships. It's, I don't like them. I don't like them. But anyways, guys, that is the latest and greatest of what is going on with Xbox. Xbox says, no, we're still doing first-party consoles. We still got devices. What are devices? What do you mean a device? Talking about like the ROG handheld? I can't wait to see the sales of that. I'm sure that's going to light the world on fire at $1,000 freaking dollars. Man, oh man. And then you up the price of Game Pass before that comes out. Good job. Good job. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. Where do you lie with this? Do you think that Microsoft is being honest and that Xbox is fine and going full steam forward? Or do you think there are doubts and, potential cancellations coming in the future when it comes to Xbox hardware? Where do you see them at this time next year? Because I think there's a good chance it could be a completely different Xbox brand. And as always, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.
That's crazy, yo. And I verified some of the shit that's been said. I've gone on fucking Costco's. I've gone on Sam's Club. I've gone on multiple websites, and they have removed the Xbox tab from all their websites. They're basically not selling no more Microsoft items. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's what I said. There's a lot of bullshit going on. There's a lot of bullshit and lies going on. You don't even know what the fuck is, but for what has been told is, I know for the fact that the price shit went up because everyone got emails, and you know what I'm saying? Nigga like me, shit's about to expire. I canceled my subscription. I'm not paying that kind of bread. That shit is ridiculous. And then they dumbing down the shit too. This shit don't make no sense. I think officially PlayStation has won the fucking war. Nigga like me might just have to transition on over to Sony PlayStation. That's crazy, bro. All this money invested in fucking Xbox for them to go ahead and do this shit. And that's crazy because I have a cloud subscription. I have a cloud gaming subscription too. That's fucking wild, bro. That's absolutely wild, man. I can't believe this shit, bro. That shit is absolutely fucking wild. Bro. To all you gamers out there, to all those Xbox gamers out there, we just got shafted, man. Hopefully something can happen in the coming days that they see us fucking canceling our subscriptions, showing how mad and disenchanted we are with the system and shit. They'll go ahead and reverse a lot of these decisions. We have the power to make these people do whatever they want. We just need to come together. But this shit is wild, bro. Don't make no sense. They're about to try to fucking break our pockets for shit that don't even need to be broken. Facts. With that being said, folks, I just wanted to come on and do a real quick and let y'all know what the fuck is going on in the video gaming industry. I'm your boy Havoc3E, CEO of Smoked Out Society. I'm the devil's advocate of Talkie Is Just. But everyone knows I'm the motherfucking problem child of the Rico Squad. And with that being said, I'm about to finish this blunt. I'm going to get up out of here, man. Smoked Out Society. We out.